Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and in this video here I'm going to be showing you my little ranch in Slime Rancher. So I am about, I would say, halfway through the game. I've done Indigo Quarry and I've done the Moss Blanket. I have not stepped too far into the Ancient Ruins yet. I haven't even picked up any Quantum Slimes, and I've not been to the Glass Desert, obviously. So this is like a halfway point checkup of what your ranch should look like and what direction you should be heading, etc., etc. And this video is also meant to go hand in hand with my Slime Rancher walkthrough, which you can find on my website, almarsguides.com. So let's take basically a look. As you can see, this is my main area, and it also, as you can see in the top left, I am up to rank 17 in the rewards club, which is important because there's some worthwhile rewards that it gives you coming up. Specifically the 100 items backpack upgrade, which I think is rank 21. But this is my main slime area right here, my main ranch area. I got rock and pink slimes, I got tabby and phosphor, and I got boom and honey. Now I picked these combinations, specifically I picked the tabby and phosphor and the boom and honey ones because I wanted a meat-eating slime with an easy-to-feed slime. So the booms are easy to feed as honey, so I just put a mint mango tree next to them. The tabbies are easy to feed whenever you turn them into phosphor, so I just do phosphor / tabby largos for those. And then rocks I usually combine with really a whole bunch of different things because heartbeats are really easy to farm. But rock and pinks are in there right now since those were one of my first starter combos. Let's look at the Overgrowth extension that I have for my ranch. This extension I have to flesh out quite a bit. Right now I just have a whole bunch of different basically gardens for growing stuff. And then I have crystal and boom largos over here because these are a annoying combination to deal with. And eventually I will put more annoying slimes here. Usually tangle slimes are a good one to put here since they have a really annoying perk. And if you can't do tangle slimes, what are they called? The dervish slimes. They're like the second best because they are super annoying too. Basically any slime that has any like long-ranged annoying things would go in that section. Over here in my docks, I have honey slimes mixed with quantum slimes. Well, rather, I will have quantum slimes mixed with honey slimes once I catch some quantum slimes. And I have the entire dock for them. Quantum slimes always break out of their habitat because they port to wherever their little phase images are. So I like to put them in an area where they can't eat any plorts and turn into a tar slime. And I like to also combine them with a friendly slime since they're always going to be breaking out of their cages. And honey slimes are friendly slime. And also it's worth mentioning that the quantum slime largos will not eat the puddle plorts. So you can have puddle slimes in the little waterfall lake bed and quantum / honey slimes, and they won't eat the plorts, so they will never transform into tar largos. And also in the docks you would have 2 phase lemon trees to go along with your largos. And it's worth mentioning too that since the slimes are always going to be escaping their habitat anyway, you can have an extra amount of those slimes on your ranch. So you don't have to just keep like 11 largos per pen. You can just, do 20 largos per pen, and then whatever ones escape. And then you can deal with them as you deal with them. Now the silo, let me show you my silo real fast because it's important. A lot of these extra gardens, what I'm using them for is throwing the food into the silos because I want extra food for when I start revamping my farm. Because I'm not always going to have a garden of everybody's favorite. As you can see, I have quite a few heartbeats already stacked up in the silo. I'm not going to keep any more than 600. I also have a bunch of chickens that I keep in one section of the silo too for whenever I encounter hunter gordos that need chickens or ranch exchange that needs chickens. And this is, you can just see some of the goodies that I keep in there. Okas, I'm trying to build up a large amount of because I would like them for future slime feeding. Let me go back and pick up the other Oka Okas over here because I would like them too. Now, what I'm aiming towards and what I'm moving towards is I want drones for each area of my farm. And then I'm going to, I will complete the ancient ruins, grab quantum slimes from there, and then I will also move on to the glass desert. And I will grab quantum slimes from the glass desert too. Or not quantum slimes from the glass desert, sorry. I will grab mosaic and dervish slimes, and also, what are they called? The other slimes from the glass desert. Tangle, there you go. So let me show you my Overgrowth expansion real fast. Or, sorry, Grotto expansion. Here I have honey and hunter slimes, as you can see there. They're one of my better combos. The honeys are very friendly with the hunters, so I only have to worry about keeping the hunter slimes well fed. And the cage they're in does a pretty good job. As you can see, they got abundance. There's food lying on the ground. Hunter slimes are the sort of slimes where I like to give them more food than necessary, because if hunter slimes get upset, they start pouncing around quite frequently and causing they'll cause the ceiling to break, and then they'll escape, and then it'll be just absolute bedlam on your farm. Rad and pink slimes. This is my second combo of pink that I use on the farm. I like mixing them with rad just for no reason. I could use really any combo that I wanted, and I chose rad and pink. So the final location we have over here is my lab. And as you can see, I have my abundance of pink slimes. I use all of these pink slimes for my slime science. Since you need so many pink plorts, I go out of my way to make sure I have a bunch of pink plorts that I can just access whenever I feel like it. And this is my final slime habitat that I have, which is rad slimes and saber slimes. You get the saber plorts from the Ogden side quest. So it's more like you can get this at any point in the game, really. After you unlock the Ogden's ranch, you just need to go there and do some side quests. Or basically run out in the wilds and find some saber plorts, feed some saber slimes, and then collect the plorts, and then go crazy. And I have a whole bunch of extra food growing here too, because I'm in the process of stocking up. Because once I get a little bit into the ancient ruins, I'm going to be getting the quantum slimes. Then once I finish ancient ruins, I'm going to be getting 3 different types of slimes, which is going to cause massive revamping and moving stuff around on the farm. The last thing I would like to show you is my the slime science route that I use. I will start that route in a second once I finish collecting these plorts. Oops. If I get those on the ground eventually, I get them. If I don't get them, I don't get them. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to trip over a few plorts. I really need the drones anyway. I'll be able to get them in a few minutes after I finish making this video, because all I need is the quantum plorts in order to get drones. So here is my first, not my first, rather the moss blanket setup I have. Come on, pink slime, get out of here. Let me actually drop off these odd onions real fast. And by drop off, I'm just going to shoot them in here. The pink slimes, this little pink slime habitat, it basically acts as your pig pen. You just throw everything you don't want or that you're not feeding to other slimes in there. Or if you just need to get rid of something like I did real quick, you just throw it in there. And you might notice that there's, in front of all of these apiaries, there's items already lying on the ground. It's because I ran through here and I basically just hit the buttons and then left the items, because I like to do that so I can only do one run. So I basically just come here, I gather everything, and then, where I come here, hit the button, leave, and then come back, hit the button, and then there's basically 2 trips worth of goodies on the ground. So we're going to throw down a few more apiaries because I need more wild honeys. And I need more royal jellies too. They're basically used for everything. Everything that's good. What do you call it? Market and refinery links both use the royal jellies, if I'm not mistaken. And I will show you where I am on the map in a second. So right here is where I set up my moss blanket apiaries. As you can see, I'm basically in the main room right here. There's plenty of spots to set up your stuff there. As you can see, around my lab is where I set up all of my pumps, because I can get deep brine when I set them up in the dry reef. When you set up the apiaries in the moss blanket, you'll get access to what are they called? I think wild honey. It's the honeys that you get access to in the moss blanket. Royal jelly, I think you can get everywhere, but I think the honey is unique to the moss blanket. Sorry, I seen it had 100 pink plorts, so I had to jump in there and take care of it. Take care of business. So here, I'll show you what I do usually. So I just hit these buttons, run around, and then I will just leave these and come back to them in a bit. So I'm going to go to the indigo quarry and I will show you where I set up my drills in this zone. So here's the indigo quarry right by the portal that takes me to and from my ranch. I have all of my drills in this big room right here. Same deal for these. You just run through, you hit the buttons to get the stuff on the ground, and then you come back later and pick it up. If you have the hunter sized backpack, you can actually do this 3 times. And basically use up the entire drill and then come back and collect it all up when it's done. Otherwise, you have to do it 2 times because you'll run out of inventory space. And you don't want to really set up anything in the ancient ruins because you get the echoes when you set up stuff there, which is really not that useful. They're decorations. And when you get to the glass desert, I'll be making another video probably when I get there of where to set everything up. You want to actually put the portal to the glass desert behind your house. You want to set up a portal in the central portion of the glass desert. Where you pop the tangle slime, I'm pretty sure it is. There's a one-way portal back to your ranch. And that's usually where I put my portal. Somewhere in that general area, because there are a ton of tool gadget spots in that area. As you can see, there's quite a few mint mangoes that are being wasted, but that's okay because it's that's the price we pay of keeping the hunter slimes well behaved. Let me actually turn it down. We'll see if I'll see later if any of them become ornery, and if they do, then I'll have to turn it back up to 3. There was a lot of mint mangoes there being wasted though, so I think turning it up to 3 is a bit much. Let me actually grab these plorts too. If there's anything I haven't touched on or any additional information that you think you would want, it's probably covered on my website. Like I said, this video is kind of a sidekick to my main guide for Slime Rancher, which you'll find on almarsguides.com. I cover a full walkthrough for the game as well as much more information. An in-depth analysis of slime science, what you want to make with it, and all of that fun stuff, all the useful items. And I cover basically everything else you need to know. Also, there's another tip I can give you while we're next to my farm. In a second, I have to turn to face it. This is the market board where you sell basically all of your plorts. And just to the left of my market board I have a depository, refinery deposit right here. So basically, if I want to deposit stuff in the refinery instead, I can just go over there and throw it in the refinery. Otherwise, I throw it in the market. And that's just a really, you know, simple trick that'll help you out a bit. But that's all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Give me a like if it did. Otherwise, leave a comment if you think I forgot anything or if you would like to add anything of your own. And I will catch you guys around in future video game videos. Peace.